The start of the new year marked a victory for gun rights advocates in our state. WVTM 13's Chip Scarborough says, as of tonight, many Alabama gun owners are allowed to carry concealed weapons without a permit.
It's a victory more than a decade in the making for those with Bama Carry who helped write the so-called constitutional carry law and then worked to get it passed. It essentially means gun owners are no longer required to pass a background check and obtain a permit to conceal carry.
We have been able to restore some of Alabama's gun rights back to the citizens of the people. And I think that is a huge accomplishment, especially for a grassroots group.
So the new conceal carry law essentially means that people are free to conceal carry at places like Oak Mountain State Park in Shelby County and other public places across the state of Alabama, minus courthouses.
I'm concerned that, we have the right to bear arms in the United States, the Second Amendment. But sometimes you got to be careful when the police officer's walking up on a vehicle. They always take that chance that there's going to be a violent criminal in the vehicle, and they'll be a victim themselves if they're not careful.
Law enforcement leaders across the state, including Jefferson County Sheriff Mark Petway, fought the new law.
We were against that bill. That was not a good bill. It was not fixing anything. It was not anything that was really needed. It's going to be a problem to us and our communities to be able to tell people that now they can carry a gun and not be checked.
Bama Carry wants to stress there are still areas where you can't conceal carry without a permit.
In other words, if you go pick up your kids at school, you'll need a permit to do that legally. So school zones are still off limits.
And if you're stopped by a police officer, you're required to inform them immediately that you have a weapon. You're also not allowed to touch that weapon in the presence of a law enforcement officer. But gun rights advocates say they're celebrating the fact that law-abiding citizens can now conceal carry without a permit.
It's just a big deal for Alabamians.
Residents in Alabama will no longer need a concealed carry permit as the new Alabama law is now in effect.
In 2021, our state's legislature passed the Alabama Uniform Concealed Carry Permit Act, which went into effect yesterday, which was January the 1st, 2023. And essentially what has happened is Alabama citizens are no longer required to obtain a concealed carry permit for a pistol.
Under the new law, the requirement to obtain a concealed carry permit to carry a loaded pistol under clothes, in a vehicle, or in a purse or other carrying bag is dropped. The law amends a 1975 Alabama code pertaining to carrying visible or concealed pistols and reviews penalties for carrying weapons unlawfully. Brandishing involves waving, flourishing, displaying, or holding the weapon in a threatening manner or would appear threatening to a reasonable person without threat or in a reckless manner. A person may not carry a pistol on private property that is not their own or under their control unless permitted by the owner or legal possessor of the property. The Act requires a leader to develop and maintain a searchable state database of people who cannot carry firearms that law enforcement can access.
The database was created to gather accurate information to provide officers better situational awareness relative to individuals that they encounter in order to protect both citizens, visitors, and law enforcement that are having the encounters with these individuals.
And safety in these encounters is key.
Safety is always the goal. We at the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency want to always create an area or an environment that's conducive to safety for everyone involved.